So now that I've created my template in Google Slides and I downloaded it as a JPEG, I'm going to create an activity. So I'm going to click the Add button, Assign Activity, and I'm going to stay in my library. And so I'm going to click on Create New Activity. I'm going to give it a name, Sorting, AWOWOU. And then I am going to add a template for my student responses, and I'll come back to the directions in a moment. So I'm going to click Add Template. And if I have like a picture or a document, I could just take a picture of it if I wanted. But I downloaded that JPEG, so I'm going to click Upload. I am on a Chromebook, but I'm going to click Select Computer. And I'll be truthful, I tend to just search for whatever I titled it. So I know it has sorting, AWOWOU somewhere in the name. And I'm just going to double click on the file. I have the ambassador of Seesaw, so I get more than one photo, where you with the free version of Seesaw would only get to be able to upload one. So now I'm going to hit the green check mark to submit. So here is my template, and see how I said we need to leave space. So these are for the tools they could use. And then I need to put my words that they're sorting here. So I'm going to click on the T, and I'm going to do the word law. If you click away, then we can kind of resize it. And that word law is huge. And now I can kind of move it over. Because I like the size of that font, I'm going to click the three vertical dots, and I'm going to click duplicate, and I can say paw. And then I'm just going to move it so they're not right next to each other. And I'm going to duplicate again. And so this time let's do low, duplicate, bow. And I'm just going to move this around. Let's duplicate again. I really should have thought of this. Hour. And then duplicate. Oh, goodness. Let's see. Sour. Obviously, I'd probably have a word list that I would be pulling from. And so I really want to just really mess these up so that they're not, going in order. And then I can even change their color if I wanted and style them or change the font. You have a lot of options here. So if I have it highlighted, I could make it green. I'm actually just going to leave them blank or make them boring. Completely up to you how fancy you get. And so now I've created my template for my students. And obviously normally I'd probably have more than 6 words. Hit the check mark. What is great about Seesaw, and we saw it with the the community activity library, is you can insert these icons, and so they code them with a shortcut. And so I strongly suggest when you're creating your directions, maybe having a Google Doc with all of your Seesaw directions, because a lot of times you're going to use the same template for everyone. So I did click Add Response, click on your name, sort the words by moving them to the correct column, AWOW or OU. Click on the mic to record yourself reading each word in each column. Click pause, then check. Watch your video, and then click the check mark. If you don't like your video, you can re-record. And you know what? I'm actually going to change in all 3 columns, because as I read that, I didn't like it. And so I can copy this and paste it for the directions for the students. And I strongly recommend you adding your voice instructions. First, you will click Add Response. Then you will click on your name. Sort the words by moving them to the correct column, AW, OW, or OU. Click on the mic to record yourself reading each word in all 3 columns. Click pause, then check when you are done. Watch your video. If you're happy with your video, then click check mark. If you're not, re-record. And you would obviously, before you ever share this with a student, you would preview your audio instructions. And the more options, this is the paid version of Seesaw, so I'm not going to show that right now. And I'm going to click Save. And then I'm going to assign to my class. Great, thank you. And so now if I go back to my class, I'm going to be my sample student. So I'm going to listen to my directions. Just kidding. And I'm going to follow them. Add response. Click on my name. And I can view my instructions again or listen to them. Sort the words by moving them and then record. Okay. So, AW, bow, and the kids even can color code too if they want. Wanted to show you that. OU, OW, OU. And then the kids would start recording. And I like that it counts them down. So AW, law, paw. OW, bow, low. OU, hour, sour. And then click pause. Click done. They should listen to it again, or they can re-record if they made a mistake. And when they're done, hit the green check mark. And what's nice is they can always refer back to those instructions if they need to. And so I tend to do a lot of sampling or modeling with my students using Sample Student. And so that is how to create your own activity. Please let me know if you have any questions.